Hyperlinks in Gmail, Accessibility and Practice, Colorado Department of Labor and Employment.
We are now going to talk about descriptive hyperlinks. Descriptive hyperlinks are essential because this allows users of all sorts of assistive technology and without technology to know exactly where they're going when they select a link. For instance, it's very common to see a link like this one. It says, to sign up to bring one of the missing items, go to this here. Here is the hyperlink. But the word here isn't very descriptive. Where is here? What happens when I select here? Am I going to go to a website? Am I going to download a spreadsheet? Am I going to go to a form? I don't know because the word here isn't very descriptive. Additionally, I might have many links in my email, or at least more than one. And if all of my links said here, I wouldn't know which link went where. They would all just say, click here. That's not very helpful for me. So instead, I want to first figure out where is this link actually going to. So I'm going to select this link and try to find out. For instance, if I wanted this link to go to my organization's website, I will probably instead put the name of my organization. For example, Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. Next, I will want to select the entire phrase. Now, at the bottom of my email, next to the Send button, I have a few options, and one of them is called Insert Link. I'm going to click that button. It will open a pop-up window called Edit Link. In the first box called Text to Display, it says Department of Labor and Employment. Oh, that's not correct. I want it to say Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. So I'm going to add the word Colorado at the front. Now that I have my text correct, I'm going to go down to the Link To option. And it gives me two options. I can either put in a web address and the URL, or I can select the email address button. Since I know this is not an email address, I'm going to use the web address link button. Now that I have that button selected, I'm going to select the box under to what URL should this link go? And I'm going to enter my organization's URL, which is cdle.colorado.gov/DLSS. Now that I've entered that into the To box, now I'm going to select the OK button. Oops, it looks like I have two Colorados. So I'm going to delete one of the Colorados so I don't have it say Colorado, Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. Okay, now it's correct. So now my sentence says, to sign up to bring one of the missing items, go to link Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. Now I could also be more specific. I could make this say the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment website. That would be very specific. I could also be even more specific and say the Division of Labor Standards and Statistics website. There are many options for how descriptive I can be, and it really depends on the audience and what I am talking about. But the bottom line is I want to make sure I am being descriptive enough so, for one, my links stand apart and I can tell the difference, and for two, my users know exactly where they're going when they select my links. Another type of link I might have are long URLs. For example, I have a long document URL. Google Docs is famous for this. It will have a document URL that says something like https://docs.google.com/document/d/e/ and then it goes on for about a million letters and numbers, right? Similarly, this long document link actually doesn't tell the user what the document is or what exactly they're clicking on. It does tell them it's a Google Doc, so that's a good indication. But I do want to make this more specific, and to save a user time, especially a user with a screen reader or a Braille display program or other assistive technology, I don't want to have them to sit there and listen to this entire long URL readout, right? So instead, I'm going to copy this URL, and I'm going to figure out where it goes to. I'm going to open up a browser, and it looks like it goes to a document called How to Gmail Accessibility and Accessible Email Best Practices. Well, that's really neat. I could essentially copy this title and put that as my hyperlink text. I'm using Control-Shift-V to paste that into my email. It looks like it didn't paste at the right size, so I'm going to make my size bigger. There we go. And now I'm going to copy that long URL hyperlink that I had before. I'm going to cut it, so I remove that long link and copy it to my clipboard. And I'm going to select that text that I want to link it to. And again, I'm going to go to the bottom of my Gmail email next to my Send button and find the Insert Link button. I will select that button, and I'm going to confirm that my text to display is correct, which it is. It says How to, Gmail Accessibility and Accessible Email Best Practices. Good job. And then I want it to link to a web address, so I'm going to check that radio button. And then I'm going to paste that long document URL. Next, I'm going to click OK. And now I have a beautiful, wonderful, descriptive hyperlink. Because now the long URL is gone, and I know exactly where I'm going when I click on this link. It's going to this document, How to Gmail Accessibility and Accessible Email Best Practices. Phew. And that's it for hyperlinks.
Find more videos on our YouTube channel at CDLE_DLSS.